Hey guys, God bless. Welcome back to my channel. I am Charlene, and we are almost done with our One Bible All Month challenge. The challenge in which I have failed. I have used, let's see, I was in my inspired prayer, my ESV study Bible, my MacArthur study Bible, my New King James Journal of the Word Bible, which brought me to this video because I really want to talk to you guys. Okay, so I was reading a passage in my King James Journal of the Word Bible, and it was like, So I went to grab, and I said, you know what, I'm having trouble understanding, and I don't want to jump out there. Like, I want to stay within the margins. So I got the exact same Bible, just in a different translation. So I got my New King James Journal of the Word Bible, and I said, I now understand a little bit better, but let's see if I can understand it even more. And that led me to my inspired prayer, the Galaxy one. And I said, I feel content and I'm pleased. Like, I wasn't sitting here trying to figure out what to read. It was just a matter of comprehending what I read. And that was the proper use and reasoning behind more than one Bibles. Not because they're all pretty or all cute or because somebody else has one or I got the extra money, but real justification was I needed to read this and understand it in a different translation, and I did. So I'm proud of myself, but obviously that means that I have broke the challenge. But I will continue to read from the King James one first thing in the morning for sure with my In Touch devotion. I find that they work marvelous together. And it's so much so that I've been reading from that and not even reading too much outside of my personal reading plan. That just went. But I'm content. I'm not mad. I'm not anxious. I don't have any stress or depression towards that. I have come to the conclusion that, hey, it's better for me to take in small pieces where I can say, I understand that, versus saying, I read 2 chapters and don't even remember what I read. That was a huge flag for me. But it also made me think about my other Bibles in my collection. I went into this challenge thinking, maybe Char's gonna get rid of some more Bibles. And I did. I wish I took a picture of the ones, but I can always refer you back to my collection, my Bible collection video. And I got rid of the zebra printed purple one that you guys love. I took that to the Goodwill. I got rid of the New King James small size Bible that I just redid, tabs and the cover and the llama tape. And it's one more. I can't think of it. What was the other one? That's a shame. I got so many Bibles. I got rid of them, and I don't even know which one I gave away. I don't know right now. But I don't know. Maybe I commented when I realized it. But anyway, I got rid of that one. And so 3 Bibles total I dropped off at the Goodwill. And I feel fabulous about it. I told you guys, when I go to this Goodwill is, it's not like the other ones. Like, when I go in there, I'm like, there's nothing here. And the other ones I go in, like, I'm always finding Bibles. I'm always finding devotions. But this one is kind of like, I don't know if somebody locally just keep going in there on a regular basis, but every time I go, it's just like, wow. So I say, you know what? Somebody in this town deserves a beautiful Bible. So I just donated mine. And I feel good about it. I don't miss them. And that's my main thing. Like, am I going to miss it? No. But let me tell you what got me to even more of a content space when it comes to my Bible and Bible journaling. I watch and follow a lot of other YouTubers. I follow a lot of people on Instagram, and my issue is the covetousness, the vanity. Like, I'm looking at the Bible. I like the big, thick, packed Bibles. I like the Bibles with a lot of writing and highlighting in them and sticky notes. I love those Bibles. I love looking at them. But here's the problem. I envy them because I was like, okay, as much as I read, as much as I study, why does not my Bible look like that? Here's a hint. Because you don't keep a Bible long enough. You don't study from a Bible long enough. Most people, they get one Bible per year, and all year long, they're in that one Bible. And they typically read through. Me, I'm buying one, working a little bit, give it away. Get another one, work in it, give it away. And it's like, geesh, no wonder. Like, it was like a light bulb. Like, no wonder I don't have that fully packed Bible. Like that beautiful, worn, tear up Bible that's fabulous. I don't have that because I'm always changing. Well, besides the very first Bible that I retired, but even in that Bible, it's not as full as it could be. And the next closest one would be my original inspired Bible, and that's not full. It's in really good condition, by the way. For me to got it in 2017, if that was my only Bible right now, it would be filled, packed, and worn, especially because it's paperback. So I began to sit here and think, I'm like, yo, I had a bigger issue, and I was idolizing Bibles. That was even huger than covetousness and vanity and lusting and all. Like, we're talking about idolizing, like putting something before God. And I did. I put all my money, time, and energy into a new Bible, and or the ideal of having a fresh, brand new Bible, because I like new things. I like shiny things. I like pretty things. And of course, this came from what? Looking at other YouTubers on Instagram. Like, every time I see a Bible that I don't have, it's like, I gotta have it. Here's the reality. No, you don't. You do not have to have it. Do you need it? And 90% of the time, the answer is no. But we are living at a time where no is an insult. No, 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 no. And what really made this full circle for me was I was talking to my husband yesterday, and I said, and here I am, because I got highs and lows with this. Like, some days I'm stronger than others. I came in here and I was studying, like I said, I studied from this, and I ran into a passage where I was having difficulties understanding, right? And this is my King James Journal of the Word, the one that I'm doing the challenge with. And I said, all right, I'm going to grab this one. So I grabbed this one and I read from this one, and I said, you know what? This works. It's a word for word translation. I can understand it better than all the other word for word translations. It's large print, and it still has lines for me to make notes, or if I ever get creative again, there's the opportunity. No distractions, no pictures, no nothing. So I came in here, and my husband was in here, and I said, okay, maybe if I just look, I would be content, right? So while he was in here, I said, okay, babe, honey, what if I ask you for something right now? And he said, what is it? Because he knows me. And I said, okay, I'm willing to give away 3 Bibles out this stash for 1 good Bible. And he was like, and I said, hold on. I see that look. Let me explain. And that's where my mind, even when I started to talk, I'm like, this is where it all started. It's like, I'm trying to convince somebody else what I already know and what he already knows, which is I don't need another Bible. All these Bibles here, I can just pick one and recreate, a revamp, like whatever I want to do with it. Like, I can just be myself and make the necessary changes that I feel like I need. But I always talk myself out of it. And one of my biggest things was, well, I already wrote in there and I already did something in there, and I'm no longer feeling it. Then, were you ever truly in love with that Bible in the first place? And the answer is probably no. But anyway, so I said, I got 3 Bibles I will get rid of for 1. And I have named my, I don't know if I named it to him, but in my mind, I had the Inspired Prayer, the Galaxy one, the Inspired Praise, you know, my purple one. Yeah, that one. And the one that I actually was studying reading from, the New King James Journal of the Word Bible. And I said, I want to get the New King James Journal of the Word Bible in real leather because I want it to last and I wanted to make it my permanent Bible. And he said, that's not a reason. And I said, what you mean? I said, you know, I'm thinking it, I done made sense in my mind and everything. And I'm just like, yeah, that's a really good reason. We're talking about a Bible that is long lasting here. And he was like, but what makes you think that the Bibles you have aren't going to last you your lifetime? And I was like, Because they're not real leather. Now, mind you, please hear me out. Just because people have sent me real leather Bibles doesn't mean that I'm just anti the other materials. What I simply was saying was that I am growing weary and tired of just repeatedly buying some with these fears and thoughts in mind. The biggest one is it being ruined. Torn, raggedy, stained, scratched up, ruined is like one of my biggest fears. That keeps me from touching Bibles for a really long time, or, working back and forth with them. And guess what? Things still happen. But anyway, and then the next thing, which I don't know if it's equal to or as great of a fear or issue, is, which I think it might be number one. That's number one. Number one would be this. That was number two. The fear of ruining the Bible, tearing it up, scratches on the fake leather and all that stuff, or the biggest thing, the spine coming off. Really big scared of that. The number one thing over that would be, I want to have a Bible that's filled with me. Not me as in me, but my thoughts, my prayers, my notes. Like a Bible that somebody can look at and say, oh, that Bible is used and in love. Because right now, it doesn't look like I'm in love with my Bibles, because they're clean, they're pretty, they're neat. And I'm not saying anything wrong with that, but y'all know me and my personality. I love note taking, I love highlighting, I love all of that. But what I have is a sporadic view of multiple Bibles, 17 total, where journaling Bibles, I got 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 journaling Bibles that are sporadic. Like 1 minute I'm studying here, the next I'm studying there. And I have this fear of one or two things. One, either I'm going to spontaneously fill them all at once, and then I'm going to be stuck with no Bible, and then I'm going to have to go buy another one anyway. Or they're not going to last through that era of multiple notes and prayer and things of that nature, and I'm not going to be able to see my complete growth, because this is what other people do, and this is what I even had in mind. And this wasn't really about copying nobody. This was like a true, genuine feeling that I want to be able to say, oh, that Bible, this was between 2017 and 2020. Because truth be told, that inspired Bible should still be lasting me like right now. If not right now, then I should be working on a new Bible. Now, this also brings me to another thing, which I have thought about too when I hear other people say, because a lot of people buy a Bible every year. And that's the same thing. Show their progress, show their growth. They read through it and then they get another one. That is a great idea. It works and it makes sense, because oftentimes when you're working through the journaling Bible, you're making your notes, you're making your quotations and your prayers and your thoughts and your sticky notes and all that stuff and your little doodles. They change. You grow and you mature in the Lord. So that's a good idea. But if I start Bible journaling in 2017 and I get a new Bible every year, eventually I'm going to come back to this same problem here where it's like, I got too many Bibles. And it's like, God, why am I so stressed and strained about this? And you know what? It wasn't until I sat there and tried to justify to him what I thought I need, what I thought I desired, until I started coming up in my mind and said, there are so many conclusions to this besides buying another Bible. One, a Bible cover. That's like the really inexpensive solution. And I can get a custom one, or I can make one myself, which I do want to try that. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to see. But I say, you know what? The least I can do right now is hold on to what me and my husband talked about for because we've been talking about this. And that's what got me saying, all right, I need to get rid of some stuff, because he's like, yo, that's enough. And when you get that looking at feeling for someone like, you got a problem. And I had to say, you know what? I idolize Bibles. Not only do I idolize Bibles, but I envy other people's Bibles, because I'm like, I want mine to be full. I want mine to be thick. I want mine to have a lot of notes. But it's like, how are you going to do that if you put all your emphasis on the newest one, the next best thing? It's never going to happen. I'm just going to have a whole bunch of Bibles with a little itty bitty amount of notes. Not cool. Not cool at all. So, I'm going to be praying and fasting because, like I told you in the other video, I already had my mind and heart on a couple more Bibles to leave my stash. And it probably still end up being at least 2 of what I just named, which is the Inspire Praise, the Inspire Prayer. Because my 2 justifications, once I say it out loud and I think about it now, and please don't take this the wrong way, but I bought the other Inspire Prayer because I wanted to have one where just me and you guys, and I study from it. But then it's like, well, why would that need to be different from anything else? My reason was because I put my personal prayers and thoughts in the other. But then I said, I can just cover that up with sticky notes. It's like after you get the Bible, you start having all these justifications, and it's like it just gets weird. And it's like, wow, like your mind just really just go when you're in a moment, like I gotta have it, I gotta have it, I gotta have it, and then you get it like, oh, but I still have this desire. And what it comes down to is not being content. And I want to work through my Bibles. I want to enjoy my Bibles, and I want to know and see where my notations are, where my prayers are. I don't want to be saying, hey, did I actually read this before? I want to have that one Bible where I'm just working and steady working. Even if I only can do it for like a couple months or half a year, that's still more progress than me in the past just saying, I've grown bored. Because then where was my heart? What was the goal in the first place? Like the goal is to please God first and foremost and put no idol or anything before him. And unfortunately, I put Bibles before him, and that is not cool at all. Like, how can you even sit there and confess, well, Lord, it's me and your precious holy word. This one wasn't good enough, so I actually got another one, and then I actually spent excessive money, time, and energy trying to find a perfect one. And then I'm doodling all of these where clearly I could have just been a blessing to someone. What am I doing? So, no more justifications. And I'm going to do everything in the Lord's will and in his might and his power to, this is it. This is not the end of Bible journaling stuff, but I have to do some regrouping and some revamping. And obviously that will result in a giveaway. And even with my Inspire Praise, I said, okay, that'll be the one that I color with you guys. But how many times have I colored in it since I even said that? And I even colored in it more before I said that. But it just goes to show you, and maybe you struggle with this. Maybe you struggle with justifying your sin or your issue or your wants and your desires. And I think we all do to a certain point. Well, I can have this ice cream because I deserve a cheat day. Or I'm not obese, so I can eat this extra plate of food. Or my husband said I can have whatever I want, so I can get a Bible, right? Or I got extra money, and that means get another Bible, right? No. I can assure you, if you take this up to the Lord and talk to him, the answer won't be get another Bible. Me personally, I will even feel like, even in my own personal experience, it's kind of like you're lying on God, because God is against covetousness. He's against vanity. He's against idolatry. So if I know this, how can I come back behind it and say, well, I know God wants me to have multiple Bibles, or not multiple in reference of what's necessary or what will help you in your study, but how can I open my mouth and say, well, God wants me to have 17? I can't say that. I'm not comfortable saying that. Like, even when you say it out loud, like, I want you to do this right now. And maybe this will help somebody else. However many Bibles you have, open your mouth and say this statement. God wants me to have 50 Bibles. God wants me to have 30 Bibles. God wants me to have 10 Bibles. Just say that. And tell me how you feel when you say that. And I'm not judging. Y'all know I don't judge. Y'all know I don't ridicule. I don't condemn. I'm strictly speaking from my own personal perspective. But as always, if I can help somebody, then let me try to help someone. Y'all, please, 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 please pray for me. I'm sorry if you're tired of having this conversation with me, but this is my real life struggle and my real life issues. What else? There's a lot of changes that's going to take place, if the Lord be willing. But the main thing is, if I don't have an immediate direct use of something, it has to go. And I make do with what I have, because I have plenty to make do what I have. I have plenty of Bibles I can color in. I don't have to have a bunch. I don't have to have a bunch of John of the Word Bibles. I certainly by no means, because even in this moment, in this midst, even earlier today, I was like, well, God, I don't have an ESV journaling Bible and I don't have an NASB, but so what? I have the internet. I have Google. I have apps. I don't need to have every translation. Just the ones that I can regularly use that will benefit my walk with Christ and you guys. That's it. So here I am, being open and transparent again. Idolizing Bibles. Lord, forgive me. And I'm going to take the next moments of my life and pray and fast and honor and obey my husband, because I know if anything else, his answer is going to be no. So if I let him actually lead me and honor him, then I'll be good. So I'm going to shut up because this video is too long. Love you guys. God bless. Take care. Bye.